Howdy! Throughout the course of property land development with Professor Booth, we learned how to manipulate and manage a tool known as the Quadruple Net Value tool, which creates a place through perception using the 4 different elements of social, cultural, economic, environmental, and sensory. The ultimate goal is to increase the return on perception and the value in regards to a piece of real estate. After we broke into teams, we divided ourselves into the different elements. Specifically, I was in the social cultural element of the quadruple net value process. Through our extensive research, we found crime rates, education programs, and different elements that gave the preserve an identity. Once the research was conducted in the area, we proceeded to analyze it. The crimes were relatively low due to the point in which the preserve is located in the city, with no main roads passing through it. There was also not much history of crimes to note which we took into account, which were major crimes such as felonies and dangers to the area. As far as the education programs, there was a big connection between the preserve and Texas A&M through the 4 mini grants that were received, and it gave the preserve an identity of a classroom. And as far as the elements go throughout the preserve, there were several benches, trails, bridges, pergolas, and other seating areas, exercise areas that gave the park, the preserve, a feel of the park, and also gave the preserve an identity of a place to mingle and interact. Using the quadruple net value process on Schob Nature Preserve, it was concluded that Schob Nature Preserve was an open classroom to students in the community. Of course, there's always room for improvement in an area in order to increase its perception, such as public art to create an identity and culture for the preserve, additional lighting to improve the safety and visibility and sensory for the preserve, and of course more public arrangements between the community and the preserve in order for the community to become a part of the open classroom as well and not just have the preserve for students only. Thank you, Professor Booth. I'm going to use this process and this tool for the rest of my life and my career. Gig 'em.